Alrighty, what's up everybody, Peter Joseph here for a very late night video number 3 on your Triple Threat Saturday night, or Sunday morning, whatever you may be. Alright, thank you for watching right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you for watching. Once again, make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel, my other channels as well, down below in the description box. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap that goddamn bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you do, you're pretty much SOL. And you know what that means. Yep. And, that's pretty much it for that. So if you're here for the first time, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride, and if not, get out of here! Go to sleep. Go do something with your fucking life. That too. And we move on with that. Alright, check out my last 2 videos. They'll be in the description box below. My SmackDown and Rampage review on video before this video, on this channel. Video before this one. And my Dynamite review, if I got to put up on Wednesday night, or even the last couple of nights, I forgot to put it up, but it's up there now on my Peter Joseph channel, so check it out down below in the description box below, bitch. And it is pretty much what it is. Anyway, alright, on this late Saturday night, or early Sunday morning, watching this February the 11th, 2024, Super Bowl Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Can't wait for that. We got Super Bowl predictions later tomorrow afternoon before I go to my Super Bowl party, and I'm gonna try to get Ring of Honor and TNA up as well on this very channel, my Killing Demons channel. So hopefully get 2 videos out tomorrow. Actually, we got 3 videos coming out tomorrow on your Triple Threat Super Bowl Sunday. I'm gonna do the predictions for the Super Bowl. Then I'm gonna do possibly an after show talking about the Super Bowl win or lose with the Niners. Hopefully, we won't get another heartbreak that we got like 4 years ago. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, so on this very late Saturday night, or pretty much early Sunday morning, wherever you may be, or if you're on the West Coast, it's late Saturday night still. But wherever you're watching, it is time for your really quick and it is time for your late night. It's the late show with me, Peter Joseph. But it is time for your AEW Collision review for February the 10th, 2024. And we are emanating live from the Dollar Loan Center, in Henderson, Nevada, kind of outside Las Vegas. So, they're at the Super Bowl too. AEW's at the Super Bowl, pretty much. Alright, so about 3 weeks away from Revolution. Just kind of formulating the card a little bit more. Already got the world title match. Swerve, Samoa Joe, and the Hangman Adam Page. Triple threat match for the AEW world title. We got Roddy against, well, whoever is the AEW Intercontinental Champion, whether it be Freshly Squeezed Orange Juice, Orange Cassidy, or some other challenger. We got that. Possible TNT title match between Edge and Christian 3. If we get there, depends. Well, we got to talk about Edge in a little bit. We got that, and a possible. We got Sting's final match, of course. Sting and Darby possibly teaming up against the Corporate Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. We got that. Deonna Purrazzo and Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. So basically got about 4, we got the World title, the Intercontinental title, the Tag titles, That's 3. And the women, we got 4 matches. Official, maybe 5. 4 matches, 4 or 5 matches announced for Revolution. So over the next couple weeks, we're gonna get a whole lot more, even a pre-show, for AEW's first pay-per-view of the year. Should be a great show. Sting's final match, I mean, come on, that sells itself. But we'll see what happens with that, and we move on. Alright. So our commentary team this week, as always, the other biggest fan I know besides Taz, and that's the Hermaphrodite, Kevin Kelly, Nigel McGuinness, me love, with that creepy hat. And also, my good friend and yours, the legendary Tony Baloney Schiavone. Alright, so let's get right into the action, my friends, and we begin. I'm going to do a little bit abbreviated, a little bit short. I'm going to do the short version of the Collision review. Back to normal probably next week. Actually, this is the last live show for Collision, because next week is the NBA All-Star Game. So, it's also pretty much All-Star Weekend for the NBA, so... well, Rampage is taped, so Rampage is fine on Friday night, but Collision will not be airing this coming Saturday, February the 17th, because of the All-Star Game festivities. Because, Saturday nights, the freaking slam dunk contest, the 3-point contest, and all the bullshit they do. Couldn't put it on another channel. Had to be on TNT, because that's the home of the NBA. Why couldn't you just put Collision at 6, 7 o'clock? Have the freaking 3-point contest and the dunk contest at 9 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Just love to fuck with AEW, don't you? There, the NBA, and TNT, right? Fucking idiots. Alright, so Collision won't be on this coming Saturday, but it will return live pretty much in 13 days. February the 24th, same day as the Elimination Chamber, but the Elimination Chamber is at 5 a.m. So that means we have to get up at 4:30 in the morning just to watch the freaking, I don't know if it's going to be a pre-show, but who cares about the pre-show? We'll be getting up at 4:30 in the morning, grabbing a fresh pot of coffee, watching the Elimination Chamber, and then, maybe, grabbing some early breakfast. Or maybe getting breakfast at 4:30 in the morning. Well, if we're 5 o'clock in the morning, I think McDonald's is open at 5, I don't know. Depending where you live. Well, in the East Coast. West Coast, you probably still can get McDonald's late at night. You probably have a freaking burger or some nuggets and a soda or whatever you're gonna get. Whatever you're gonna get, get it and watch the Elimination Chamber in a week from this coming Saturday. So there you go. But Collision will be back live February the 24th for pretty much the ultimate go home show. But it is what it is. I think the March 2nd, on March 2nd, we're gonna get Collision and SmackDown going head to head. Because no, the pay-per-view's on Sunday, right? I think the pay-per-view's on Sunday, so I think they'll do Collision that Saturday, March the 2nd. Yeah, March the 2nd is going to be a live Collision, and then the night after is AEW Revolution. So Rampage won't be affected on March the 2nd because it'll be live. So SmackDown, won't have to kill Collision in the ratings, but it is what it is. That's that. Alright, move on. Alright, so we start off with the opening sequence, and our first match of the night, a tag team match player. The Blackpool Cup Club of John Moxley, the righty, the vile thing, Mr. Vic Vaughn himself, teaming up with Claudio Castagnoli, the Swiss Superman, as they take on CMLL Stars as Fingay. I thought it was Efingay, but it's Fingay, or Esfingay, I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know a lot of Espanol, I'm sorry, ese, pero. Anyway, so as Fingay and Star Jr., I have no idea who these fucking guys are. But they put on a pretty competitive match with Moxley and Claudio. But in the end, Claudio, launched Star Jr. pretty much into the stars. And then he came down, and Mr. Moxley hit a Gilmore Cutter! Bang! Stop. They're stealing my moves, man. Stop it! I'm gonna start charging. So only a few people that I allow to do the Gilmore Cutter. That's Roger Mendez and my good buddy Dan Maff. Or Moff. You know, the Hit Squad? You know who he is. You know who Danny Maff is. I mean, if you don't know who Danny Maff is, you need to get slapped in the face. I'm gonna be seeing him pretty soon. Pretty soon going to an indie show at the end of, pretty much like the week before WrestleMania, so. That's gonna be good. And, yeah. Gonna see Danny Maff, gonna see, Chuck Palumbo, actually. That's gonna be fun to see him. Just there, he's not wrestling, he can't wrestle anymore, I don't know why, but I think he's old. Fuck. Yeah, maybe I guess, he's not wrestling, you know what that means, he's SOL. Got that, and Mustafa Ali's going to be at that show. That's going to be in New York City. So, can't wait for that. Mustafa Ali in his tour, I guess. He's in TNA now. Who knew that Dolph Ziggler and freaking Ali would go to TNA? I thought they were going to AEW. Obviously not. I guess they didn't. They want the lesser money from. Well, I would say Scott D'Amore, but now he got fired unceremoniously by Anthem Sports, and now Anthony Ciccione or Ciccione, whatever his last name is, who basically is the president of. I think he's the president of Anthem Sports. Now he's the owner. He's pretty much the president and well, not the owner per se, but he's the president of TNA. He's gonna do the everyday operations and shit. Oh, that's gonna be fun. This coming Thursday's edition of well, I don't know if that's it was taped in advance. I think all these tapings are pretty much in advance. So, but it will be the first episode of TNA Impact Wrestling under the new banner, basically underneath the Anthony Ciccione banner. How's that gonna go? I don't know, but I mean, we'll see what happens with that as they go into the next not a pay-per-view per se, but event. I think it's called No Surrender. Speaking of No Surrender, Alex Shelley is going to be taking on Moose, the TNA champion, in a, how fitting, No Surrender match, which is kind of unique rules. It's you can have two cornermen, and the object of the match is to have one of the cornermen throw in the towel. So, no pinfalls, submissions, obviously, so kind of weird rules. I mean, I'll talk about it tomorrow in my TNA review, but kind of weird. First time ever, stipulation, actually, a no surrender match. So basically, you can do whatever the fuck you want to your opponent, and the only way to win is have the cornerman throw on the towel. You better have good cornermen then. I think Moose is gonna have Eddie Edwards and I forgot who it was. I think Alex Shelley's going to have, I think, Kushida and Kevin Knight. So, that's for the TNA title. So, I don't think Alex Shelley's going to get it back. Obviously, I think Moose is going to win with some chicanery. Moose is going to retain. He just won the belt at Hard to Kill. So, you think he's going to lose? Probably not. I think Moose is going to have another long title reign. And when he loses, probably it might be a Slammiversary. Might be, or if he holds it all the way to Bound for Glory. That's all the way in October. But, you know, it's February, so we got a few, mini pay-per-views to go for TNA until we get to the, pretty much their second major pay-per-view, which, I believe is going to be Slammiversary, their 22-year anniversary. Oy. Who knew that TNA would still be around 22 years later? Ring of Honor's got their anniversary show, which is basically Supercard of Honor. Not really. It's Final Battle, but they're celebrating their 22-year anniversary this year as well. Not the same old Ring of Honor we all know and love, though. You know, good stars there, though, but basically, Ring of Honor is just basically, a glorified, mid-card indie fed with a few veterans there, like Athena and Nyla Rose. Well, Nyla Rose not a veteran. Well, she kind of is, but, you got that Taya Valkyries there. Pretty much all the other ones are pretty much, not up-and-comers per se. They've been in the business on the indie circuit for a while. Like Layla Hirsch and Rachel Ellering, we all know and love. The Renegade Twins are coming up now. Billy Starks from GCW, who's soon be the Women's World TV Champion. I don't even know when that fucking tournament starts. I think it's gonna culminate at Supercard, though, but gotta get started. It pretty much is what it is. Like I said, we'll see. Athena looks like it's on a collision course with Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's Championship. I don't know when that match is going to be. If it's going to be on Ring of Honor TV, it's going to be on that Supercard. I mean, we'll see. I think Athena's going to win. I mean, I don't think they're going to give the Ring of Honor title to Nyla Rose and end this, like, 1.5 years reign of terror by Athena of the women's division, basically beating everybody. Ow. Damn thing in my head. But we have that. Alright, anyway, so we got that. Alright, so, the Blackpool Cup Club get the win after we got a toss powerbomb. Drops as Finn J, and Moxley does the hammer and anvil elbows to the poor kid. And then he locks in the Fujiwara, basically the code red, the Fujiwara armbar, and basically made the guy tap out in not just, but about almost 13 minutes. So, match was okay. Kind of felt like a squash match to start the show. But, in any event, I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. After the match, Moxley gets on the mic and basically tells those luchadors, take that message back to your leaders back to CMLL, your leaders there. Tell them that anyone who steps up gets stepped on, the legal treatment. Legal! And then basically say, anybody in the back, any tag team in the back that wants to step up, get your ass out here. And then of all teams, FTR come out, Dax the Axe Harwood and Cash Glock Wheeler, before his trial coming up on that gun charge. That might not be good for him. But anyway, they come out, they have a stare down with the Blackpool Cup Club, and then there's some pushing and shoving, got a humongous brawl. We got a He got a piercing, bro, back on! Got a slobber knocker! So they go at it. Referees come out. 4 security guards again come out. A few of the lower mid-carders, I saw JD Drake out there. And some other people that were in the back. I didn't recognize half of them. I'm like, who are these people? What are they doing out here? So, we'll see what happens with that. That might be a match at Revolution. FTR against the Blackpool Cook Club. Yeah, we'll see. We'll move on. With that. We'll talk about Bryan Danielson in a little bit as well. We'll move on. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, match number 2, we have Shane Taylor, newest member of AEW and Ring of Honor. Well, he signed a contract last year. But anyway, the big man, Shane Taylor, of Shane Taylor Promotions, he comes out with Lee Moriarty and 2 guys carrying the flag. Who are these guys? Anyway, he takes on the Dancing Fool, Daniel Garcia. Pretty interesting match. 9-minute match. Kind of back and forth they went. Garcia's, fucked up. His back. But he goes after the big man's leg for most of the match, and that led to the win after Garcia took out the leg again. Then he locks in a knee bar, and Taylor's trying to get to the ropes. Lee Moriarty's trying to get him to the ropes and trying to wheel him on to get to the ropes, but unfortunately, Shane Taylor once again tapped out in 9 minutes, and that's it. Match, once again, was okay. 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. I don't know why Shane Taylor's taking a lot of losses lately, but it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, after that, we're going to look at Sting and Darby Allin winning the tag team belts this past Wednesday night on Dynamite, before getting attacked by the Corporate Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, blooding them up their white suits from the Men's Warehouse. I guess they didn't like the way the suits looked, I don't know. They bought nice $5,000 freaking suits and pants, and they're all bloodied up. That's gonna be a big freaking cleaning bill. I can't get it out! Oh well, we move on with that. That's it. Alright, then we go to the back with Lexi Nair and her guest, the Triple Crown champion himself, the Madman Eddie Kingston. And, he asks for this time, and he's kind of, doesn't get, kind of serious a little bit. And he says, I find what the Corporate Bucks are doing, what they just did to Sting and Darby, I find that disgusting. Basically just like what Bryan Danielson did when he took all the attention and stole Brian Keith's thunder last week, when Brian Keith got announced that he is now All Elite. So basically saying, Brian, you're doing the same thing as the Bucks doing, you're stealing everybody's thunder. Blah, 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 blah. So Eddie's like, I'm going to challenge you for my belt at Revolution, and if I win, you, sir, after the match, must shake my hand. So, we got that. He didn't say it was for the belt, but most likely it will be for the Triple Crown Championship. So, it would make no sense to have a non-title match on a basically pay-per-view. Kind of makes no sense, but I think the title will be on the line. I think Danielson will get the win over Eddie. I mean, Eddie's, I know Eddie won he won the Triple Crown Championship, which is basically the Continental Classic belt. He still has the Ring of Honor title, which barely defends, and the New Japan Strong Openweight title, barely defends that. And, he won the Triple Crown Championship at World's End, defended it, per se, in New Japan Strong, and the, couple of Dynamites and collisions here and there. Well, not much, but he wants Bryan Danielson in the worst way, and he's gonna get him at Revolution, most likely for the belt. And if Danielson loses, he has to shake Eddie's hand, per the stipulation. Will we do it? Probably not. But if Danielson wins, I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie has to shake his hand. I think he probably will, or I know he gets a rematch, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, I give that 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to the ring, and we have the Machine, Brian Cage, along with my good friend, the real Prince of the Prophecy, Mr. Prince Nana. He cut a promo on Rampage on Friday night saying that, well, Hook beat 2 Hammonegers, how about I do it? Why not? So, he comes out and takes on the Outrunners, Floyd and Magnum, along with the Las Vegas Golden Knights mascot named Chance. I thought that was Hook underneath the whole mascot thing, but sadly it was not. Brian Cage beat him up in like pretty much 72 seconds. Got the win as he hit a powerbomb into a modified Texas Cloverleaf. I think it was on Floyd. I don't know who got who tapped out. I didn't care. So this match we didn't care about, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So then Cage leaves, and then Chance starts, he's like celebrating a little bit, and he's kind of doing this with Nana. I'm like, he's not gonna do the dance. I mean, Hook's not gonna do that stupid dance. I mean, not the stupid dance, but the great dance of the swerve dance that it is. So I was like, oh, okay, you can do it with me. And they start doing the dance, and Cage just like attacks him from behind, beating the crap out of this poor mascot. Sucks to be you underneath that mask, or not the you know what I mean, or inside the costume. And then we hear the music of Hook. Hook comes out. They send for the man. He comes out, and basically Brian Cage goes up, picks him up. I thought he was gonna spine buster his ass on the freaking stage, but I picked him up and kind of like dropped him, and then they fight all the way to their back. So we'll see what happens with that over the FTW title. So they're kind of doing the running back the Team Taz gimmick. Not that Taz is there, but I mean he's involved. He's not involved, but he's just adding commentary for his son. So and we'll see what happens with all that. We move on. Alright, then we go to the back, I believe with Lexi Nair again. She's with the Undisputed Kingdom of Roddy! And the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. I'm Matt Taven, and the man who punches people in the dick and gives them a power driver, that's Mike Kanellis Bennett. So they're there, and they tell Tomohiro Ishii, who's facing Orange Cassidy for the AEW Intercontinental title, that Roddy's like, I'm gonna come for you if you win the belt tonight. We'll see. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to break. We come back with the great man himself, Tony Baloney, in the ring, and his special guest, Hey Kids, it's Edge. So Edge comes out and kind of puts over Tony Baloney. Why not? So then it gets a little serious. So since I'm ranked number 3, I can pick to go after the TNT title or the international title. Okay. So Edge likes the idea of going after Eddie Kingston's titles, the Triple Crown Championship. And he's like, yeah, it's gonna happen. Me and you, Eddie, we're gonna fight one day, whether it be for the title or not. That should be a slobber knocker. But we'll see. But he's like, I think we all know where I'm leaning to, and that's Mr. Christian Cage to get the belt back. And then, out of nowhere, Daniel Garcia comes out, gets in there and he says, Mr. Copeland, no disrespect, but I want the title just as much as you do. So Edge says, I respect you for that, But how about we face each other on Dynamite this coming Wednesday, and the winner gets the title shot? Even though Garcia's not ranked in the top 5. But, I guess by virtue of beating Shane Taylor, you get a title shot? That kind of makes some sense. Alright, but anyway, got a good card on Dynamite. So we got Edge taking on Daniel Garcia, and the winner will face Christian Cage at Revolution for the TNT title. I think we all know Edge will win. If they make it a triple threat, it kind of sucks, but... Excuse me. Yeah, we got all that. I'm about to pass out. I'm sorry. But I'm going to get through this. Got a few more matches to go. Alright, we got that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. That's that. Then we go to the back. Once again, I think we had Renee Paquette or Lexi Nair. I don't know who it was. But anyway. So, go to the back. We have Chris Statlander with less makeup on. Kind of interesting. The Resident Fun Girl, Willow Nightingale. And basically her boyfriend, Stokely Hathaway. You know, he wants to hit that ass. Come on. Who wouldn't? I mean, well, he wants to really hit Chris Statlander, but, yeah, I think he got cock-blocked by Otaku. It is what it is. Big up to Otaku. You know, he lost his main channel, which sucks because stupidity for getting the copyright strikes, and then get that main account was a branded account, so that go bye bye. So now he's got a new channel, a new Wrestling Otaku channel out, which you can go find somewhere, unless you follow the Fortress Wood Shooters. But it is what it is. But yeah, Otaku's back. He got. Oh, getting close to 40 subs right now. So, I don't know, you know, sucks that he lost 4,200 subs. But he'll get back there. It'll probably take him like 7 years. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, I hope he gets back there. It just sucks that the way his channel got terminated because, you know, things beyond his control. Because, you know how YouTube copyright is. I mean, I never got copyright strikes per se, but I got copyright claims, which basically don't mean anything, over the music I put on my Metal God channel, even though it's like from a concert, but, you know, the music is like from Metallica or whatever song they're playing, you know, and I had on my reviews, I've had certain music put in, like New Year's Day. I got copyright claims for that. Sucked. I told Ash about it. She's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." I was like, I'm not worried about it. So I don't get a strike on my YouTube channel, so I could care less. But you know, it sucks. And then I put a couple songs from my good friends in Burn the Skies. First one didn't get copyrighted. The second one, of their new hit, of their single in lieu of flowers, of their hit album Anomaly Part 2. So I got hit with a copyright claim for that. But like I said, it's not a strike, so I don't care about that. But first, I mean, it doesn't matter because I know the band, so they didn't, you know, they're not gonna get, and I know Ash Costello, so they're not gonna hit me with a copyright strike just because of that shit. So, but it is what it is. Right? So you gotta be careful about the music you put into your videos because it could be from a publishing company, and God forbid, you know, you don't get a copyright claim, you get a copyright strike from the actual company. So, just be careful what you put up on the internet. But it is what it is. Anyway, big ups to Otaku though. Anyway, alright, so Statlander, Willow Nightingale, and Stokely are in the back. Stokely compares all three of them to the cast of Full House. I don't know how you get that a comparison. Okay. Then they talk about Sky Blue, who appeared on Rampage on Friday night with Julia Hart after Statlander and Willow beat Saraya Knight, because it's supposed to be with her and Ruby, but Ruby said goodbye. You got that. So Stokely doesn't think much of Sky Blue and Willow and Chris Statlander are not too pleased with her turning on them a few months ago and siding with the TBS champion, the beautiful Julia Hart. So Willow wants a match with Sky Blue, and we're gonna get that on Dynamite this Wednesday night. And she wants her boyfriend Stokely to make the go to Tony Khan and make the match. Stokely's like, well, I can't do that because Tony Khan has blocked my number. But I'll say what I can do. And then Tony Khan puts up a tweet with the match actually officially announced. It says, "Oh, by the way, Stokely, you're unblocked." That's it. But the match is official, so you can thank Tony on the way out. Yeah, Stokely. And it is what it is, pretty much it. But it's kind of weird to see Statlander and Willow all buddy with Stokely, who try to break him up. I think he's still planning on doing it. But it might take a little while, but we'll see. Then again, who knows? Maybe Stokely wants a three-way. Who knows? I mean, you got two hot chicks. Why not? Go for it, dude. I would. But then again, maybe not, because Statlander is, kind of otaku's chick, supposedly. But I could take her away from him, like that, I mean, she's gorgeous. Statlander is gorgeous. So is Willow. I bet she's a savage in bed, though, but I don't want to go there. She might be. She's fun to be around, and, I mean, she did do I think she put up a tweet. It was like I think it was a tweet or a video. She was asked about the perfect date and everything. Yeah. Good meal, good fun, and then, who knows? Or you just have a Netflix and chill night. You just have a candlelight dinner, then you watch some Netflix movie, or a comedy, well, probably much a movie, like a romantic comedy or some shit. And then things get, physical, start kissing, and then that might lead to, who knows? Who knows? Might not lead to the, bing, bang, boom, lay down the pipe, It might just lead to kissing, and then, she's going to town on your dick. And then you're like, you just, I'm like, oops. Well, I'm not ready for round two. Unless she's ready, maybe you have enough stamina for round two. I mean, I probably could, but, I mean, we'll see. I'm not going to go there, but anyway, move on. Alright, so we got that match on Wednesday night. Alright, then we go back to the ring. We got a big, beefy men slapping meat match. Brody King of the House of Black, along with the beautiful Julia Hart, Miss Maria Brain 2.0, the TBS champion. He takes on the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe, reach for the sky, boy! Paying homage to the big man up there, Mr. Jay Briscoe. Big man up there. Alright, this was a pretty crazy match. Back and forth they went. Briscoe tries to go for Froggy Bow. But Julia Hart got on the apron, caused a distraction. I thought she was going to miss him in the face. And then Brody King comes from out of nowhere and shoved Mark off the top rope over Julia Hart. And then he does like a somersault through the table that was set up at ringside. That was crazy. And then he brings basically an unconscious Mark Briscoe. Then he hits the Gonzo Bomb. 1, 2, 3. So in just under 13 minutes, Mr. Brody King gets the win. Match was not bad. Pretty good. 3 out of 5 stars for that. And then afterwards, the sickest thing I ever seen in my life. I think we almost had basically a assault and almost a murder in the ring as after the match, Julia Hart comes in. She has a spike, like you would see Sabu have. And Brody's like holding Mark back. He can't do anything. I'm like, is anybody gonna come out and stop this? Nope. Julia Hart takes the spike. BAM! Stabs Mark right in the fucking head. And he is busted wide open. I mean, he was gushing like a fucking pig. It was crazy. I'm like, they let that happen? I mean, FTR couldn't come out and save the guy? I mean, they're kind of still in a feud with FTR, technically. I'm like, where the hell were they? Or did Buddy Murphy and Malachi get to them before that? But I guess since that Elimination Cage match, that was like a week ago, which FTR and Mark Briscoe / Garcia won, I guess that feud is done. And now they threw Mark Briscoe off the freaking stage to a table during that freaking cage match. So Mark wanted to get revenge, and he picked the wrong guy, pretty much. Picked Brody King. Brody King kicked his ass. Well, thanks to Julia Hart, of course. And then Julia Hart's like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna knock you out. Stabbed him in the head. I'm like, damn! Busted wide open, disgusting. And then Brody King's like taking the blood, kind of putting it over his arm, his chest, and then his wrist tape and everything. It was nasty. And then Julia Hart's like saying stuff into the camera. I couldn't even remember even what she said. So, yeah, the House of Black and Mark Briscoe are going at it now, and I don't know if FTR is going to save him. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens next week. Damn, they killed a 5-year-old girl? Shit. Trapped in a car after it came under Israeli fire. Because that Israel-Gaza war is continuing on, and we're giving more fucking money to them and Ukraine. When they got other things to worry about here in the United States. That's why we have no money to fund programs like the Affordable Connect program for the internet that everybody, well, if you're a low-income family, or basically everybody now is pretty much on the program. They save $30, and that's going to be ending pretty much in a month and a half from now. And Biden, that was one of his top priorities. Yeah, he pushed it aside now because I want to give money. He wants to give more money to fund Ukraine and give all the missiles and all the shit. Give more, like $85 million to fucking Ukraine and more money to fucking Israel. And they can't even give, you can't even pass a bill to keep the program going for these people that are on the program. I'm not on the program. I pay my own money. I pay respectful amount of money for my internet, so I'm happy with that. But anyway, he can't even. I mean, these idiots in Congress don't want to pass the bill. FCC doesn't even want to do it either. But I think I read a story that they actually, the FCC president, or some chick in the FCC, they're basically telling Congress, hey, pass this bill. And Congress is like, oh, we're not going to do it. We got other things to worry about. We gotta pass the bill to fund for another foreign aid bill for Ukraine and freaking Gaza. So we gotta wait. I guess we're gonna have to wait for that bill to pass. Hopefully it passes pretty soon. Then maybe they can start worrying about 23 million people who are in this program for the internet. They don't piss them off, and by April, everybody's going to be paying $30 more for a program that I read was supposed to end in 2026 or 2028. They just ran out of money to fund it now. But, senators are trying to pass a bill to fund $7 million more just for the end of the year. And then after that, who knows what's going to happen if they even put more money in it coming into 2025. But like I said, this program is supposed to officially end allegedly, supposedly, between 2026 and 2028. So if it gets funded through the rest of this year, pretty much they got 2 to maybe 4 years left of this program. Then it's basically everybody's on it. They're like, oh, we can't fund it anymore. It's done. It's supposed to be done in 2028. So I don't know what's going to happen with that for all you people that are on this program, but batting down the hatches, you got about a month or two left of paying like a 30 or whatever you pay. You get $30 off your bill, $30 to $75 off your bill, and if it's supposed to end in April, so by the time May hits, your May bill might be up $30 to $75. That sucks for some of you. Like I said, I pay a respectful price. I'm not on the program, so I just worked out a good deal with my internet provider, so I got a speed upgrade, I got speed credit on my bill, $13, which is fine. I don't care about that, but I got like 3 discounts. It's crazy. Now I don't have to. I would be paying like about 100 and change. Right now, I'm not even paying 100 and change. I'm paying pretty much. I'm not gonna say, but it's less. I'll say this. It's less than $65. But it is what it is. I got the speed upgrade. I'm basically running at 500 megs. Boom! I'm on the internet like the second, and I don't even have to pay a lot for my muffler. I mean my internet. Rich Man's Cable. I pay. I'm on a 2-year plan. Pretty respectful price for that. A little bit pricey, not too much pricey because it's Rich Man's Cable, of course. Because I got basically like 150 to 200 channels, and I got the DVR, which I have to pay for the equipment. The fees are ridiculous, but it is what it is. But I got a 2-year plan. But if I decided to terminate, I have to pay a termination fee of $180, which sucks. Ridiculous. I wonder how if I do when I move. If I'm on a new plan, I gotta ask them if I can pause. I can pause the payment, but eventually I have to pay it back. So I don't know how that works though, but I did it before once when my house, Casa del Gilmore, was renovated at the end of 2016, and I moved back in beginning of 2017. So it was like I was out away from my house for about almost a month, but I came back. I had to pause the cable. I mistakenly turned off the internet. I shouldn't have done that. I just paid the January bill and just take out the router. And I called the stupid cable the internet company and say, hey, my house is getting renovated. I have to shut off the internet. So I had to call them to shut off the internet. And then I was like, oh fuck, I should have just not called them. But then eventually when I got back to my house and I put everything back in and everything, I had to call the cable company and say, hey, can you put my internet back on? Yeah, you have to pay this. You have to pay us like $75 or whatever it was. That kind of sucked. But eventually, I got it back on, and I'm pretty much been okay with the internet prices. It's fine. I had they gave me the router that I had before. Remember the one that wasn't that I didn't, that was starting to break down. Because when I was going live, it would lag a lot. So, thankfully, I was able to trade in the old router, which was starting to break. And it actually did fall and break a little bit, so thankfully I didn't have to pay for that shit. But, I called the company and he said, hey, can I get a new router? Yeah, sure. I thought I had to pay like $70 just for the router itself, and for the technician to come and hook it up. I could have done it myself, but they said, oh, we'll send a guy out with the new router. So okay, so the guy comes, sets up the router pretty quickly, and gave him the old router. I didn't have to pay a single cent. I was like, wow, I had the check all ready to go. To give to the guy. But I was like, oh no, you don't have to pay. You just I'll just take the router. You're hooked up. I'm like, oh, that was quick. 30 minutes. Oh, good, get out of here. I gave him a tip, of course. I gave him like a $10 tip, so I'm like, get out of here. But I'm fine. But in any case, all these people now that are on this program, they might be pissed off come April if they don't get this fucking they don't fund this program. They don't extend it till the end of the year. Then maybe they'll worry about it come December. So from pretty much now until maybe April, hopefully we'll get they'll pass the bill. They'll fund $7 million more for the rest of the year, and then worry about it come December and January. But hopefully maybe they don't want to extend it till the end of the year. They'll come up with like a 2-year plan. It's like, we'll fund it till 2028 when it's supposed to really end. Or 2026. 26 or 28, whatever they may do. But I think if they're smart, and pretty much the senators that are fighting for this, they have a great case, and it's just got to go through the idiot GOP Congress, which is crazy. Fuck them. Get it fucking done. Biden wants to sign it. He's ready. He's like, we need, he knows that the American people need the internet. And the low-income families that can't pay for, affordable internet, because they don't have a lot of money. They can't pay for the internet, They need the program to freaking, affordable internet and everything. High-speed internet, broadband internet, really. You're going to take that away from them? I mean, all the new people that signed up for it, I mean, they can't do it now because the deadline was February 8th at midnight. So you can't even sign up now. Unless with certain companies you can still maybe sign up with, like Lifeline and other companies depending on where you live, of course. They might still have programs you can still sign up, but I think it's up until May, which sucks. It basically, it's a waste of even doing that. And then they're like, oh, we'll send you emails, regarding if they sign it or what you can do. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, like I said, but you might have to call your local cable company and see what you can do to pay for your internet at an affordable price. Maybe you can keep your deal for like a year. Who knows? Who knows what happens, but I feel bad for those people. But anyway, move on. Blah, blah. Alright, so, that whole thing with Julia Hart and Mark Briscoe stabbing him in the head, busting him wide open, that was crazy. Let's see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to a promo from the bounty hunter, Brian Keith, of all people. So, coming off signing his big deal last week. He now found out that he's now all elite. And he's looking for big matches and wants to climb the ranks to collect his bounty. We'll see. We shall see. Hopefully he starts getting a good push. He does wrestle in Ring of Honor too, so sky's the limit for the bounty hunter. I'd like to see him beat Wheeler Yuta for the Pure title. That'd be great. But Pure title, maybe go for the TV title. I don't know about the World title. I would go for the mid-card titles first. Just me, but yeah, maybe if he rises up the ranks, he can get a TNT title shot or an AEW Intercontinental title shot. Will he win it? I don't know. But great to see Brian Keith, in AEW. Hopefully he's got good things to come. Probably on Collision. Now we'll see what happens with that. Move on. All right, there we go. We go to the women back-to-back matches. We got Deonna Purrazzo taking on the Woman on Fire, Kiera Hogan. 4.5 minutes suckfest, because this match was kind of boring. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Obviously, Deonna Purrazzo wins with the Venus de Milo, the double arm crank, which really looked like her old move, the Fujiwara armbar. But, so, I mean, we'll see what happens with that, But Deonna and Toni Storm on a collision course for Revolution for the AEW Women's Championship. And then the tease for Mercedes Moné. What's going to happen after that? If Toni Storm retains, I think we might get Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné sometime maybe in March, or maybe they go into April. I mean, we'll have to see. Then maybe Deonna Purrazzo gets a rematch because of chicanery. Who knows? But as soon as Mercedes debuts on March 13th, that women's roster is going to get a good kick in the you-know-what. I can't wait for it. And that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, guys. After that, we go to Toni Storm taking on the one and only Queen Aminata. A little bit longer. Took about 9 minutes. Once again, Queen Aminata was this close to winning. But eventually, Toni Storm came back after getting a devastating air raid crash for a near fall. She almost lost. But Toni got right back up. Hits the as Queen Aminata tried for a running hip attack in the corner. She missed. Toni Storm comes back with a wicked neck-snapping whiplash-like hip attack. Then she hits Storm Zero really quick. 1, 2, 3 in just under 9 minutes. Toni Storm gets the win. We get that. And then she gets all weird and so gets the mic and says, it's like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, so, hey, stop looking at me like that. Yeah, Nigel, stop looking at her like that, you creep. Anyway, so then she starts laying down. Great camera shot, by the way. As she laid down, and you can like, she lays down, and you can probably see right into her pussy. For about 30 seconds, and then they cut to a long shot, because Tony Khan saw that. It's like, oh, whoa, that's gonna be too much. God damn you, Juice Robinson, you lucky bastard. Tapping that hot ass. But anyway, Toni Storm lays in the ring, all provocatively and everything, and says that this Wednesday night on the program, she's gonna be releasing a new film called Wet Ink. Oh, yeah, wet. It's gonna make us all wet, if you know what I mean. Well, ladies all wet, and us guys, fucking hard in our pants, And it's gonna be debuting on Dynamite. Dynamite. That's funny. Then she called Rampage Rampage and Collision Collision. Oh my god. She is a Toni Storm, man. She should have won Women's Wrestler of the Year. I don't know if she did, but I mean, Mommy, forget it. Between her and Mommy, you have to pick Mommy. You can't, because she's always on top. But, I mean, I have to have Mommy on top and then freaking Toni Storm on my face. But, you know what I mean. But it is what it is. But those two women, like, pretty much last year were, like, the top women in all of wrestling right there. Next to, Julia, Bianca Belair, here and there. Julia Hart was, pretty much in the top 5. But now this year is probably pretty much a toss-up right now, because, Mommy's having a start of the year okay. She's got to get through Nia Jax at the Elimination Chamber in her home country. Then she got probably Becky at WrestleMania. So, we'll have to see what happens with that. And, but that AEW women's roster is going to be massive. So, if I had to pick somebody for Women of the Year for AEW, I would pick either Mercedes or Toni Storm. I know we got a long way to go, but I mean, I think Mercedes is going to really inject that women's division and give it a good kick in the ass. What it is. Alright, so we got Toni Storm's new film called Wet Ink. Don't know if it's going to be a porno or what it's going to be. Probably a silent film with maybe just her and Maria May in it. That would be good. Some HLA in that one, don't it? But anyway, we got that. Alright, after that we got what's coming up on Dynamite this Wednesday night. Then we go to your main event for the Intercontinental title. Freshly squeezed orange juice. Orange Cassidy taking on the Japanese legend himself, Tomohiro Ishii. This was hard hitting. I mean, Ishii is like a stone pit bull. That's what he is. Freaking Cassidy trying to do the forearms and like basically hitting a wall, and Ishii's like just standing there. Do it again. We have sushi later. No, he didn't say that. So he's like, come on. Boom. Steps closer. Come on. Boom. And basically after that, he was like Cassidy's like, oh fuck, what do I gotta do? And he got his ass handed to him for like most of the match. Cassidy hit a Stone Cold Millionaire, hits a top rope tornado DDT for a near fall, and then Ishii's like, well, fuck this. He hits the bounce! Period. For a double down. We get near the end. Cassidy tries to get some roll-ups for a near fall. Then he hits the orange punch. He's doing this. What are you? If you're trying to be in the bloodline, you're trying to be Roman, stop, okay? You're not, and you never will be in the bloodline, because there's only one man who does this. Besides, Paul Heyman, Jimmy, Uso, and Solo. But there's only one man we acknowledge, and that's our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, of course. Alright, so he hits the orange punch, then the beach break for near falls. Ishii hits that basement clothesline of his, almost won the title. Goes for the Brain Buster. Somehow Orange Cassidy escapes. Hits the orange punch again, but Ishii won't go down. So with nothing else working, it's like, hey, why don't I try a small package? Why not? Cassidy rolls up, wins the match with a small package, circa 1924. He gets the win to retain the belt. 15.5-minute match almost, but pretty decent. So I give it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, the Undisputed Kingdom come out. Rowdy and Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, they come in. Rowdy attacks him from behind, and then Mike Bennett and Matt Taven hit Hail Mary on him, the Spike Power Driver, and then lay him out. And then Ishii, who went up the ramp, because disgusted with his loss, he went up the ramp, and then the Undisputed Kingdom attacked Orange Cassidy. He has to run back down to the ring to save him, and then Trent Beretta comes out like five minutes later with a chair that really didn't do anything. So I'm thinking we might get a 6-man tag team match out of this. So the Undisputed Kingdom against Ishii, Trent Beretta, and Orange Cassidy. Or maybe you add Wardlow and then you add Rocky Romero to make it an 8-man tag. Not that it's going to matter, but... And that's it. That pretty much ends Collision. And they pretty much, there you go. So, that's it. So that ends that ends Collision. Pretty solid show. So I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. And, pretty much that's it. And, yeah. That's it. Alright, guys. It's very late. It's pretty much the morning of, Super Bowl morning. So, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to take a long as fuck nap. And then I'll be back, later this afternoon with, my Super Bowl predictions, Ring of Honor, and TNA review in one video. So, right before I go out for my Super Bowl party with the missus, of course, because, gotta root for the Niners, because of, the great man upstairs, you! Oh, you sleep? Oh, okay. Go to sleep. My brother from another mother. Rooting for the Niners tomorrow. Hopefully they win, and we don't get another heartbreak like in Super Bowl 54. But should be a great game. I'll talk about it tomorrow, later tomorrow afternoon on TSL number 22. And I'll be back here on the main channel, KillDemon669, with your Ring of Honor and TNA reviews. And then later, after the Super Bowl, my friends, whenever I get home, I will be doing episode 23 of the Shadow Slayer 2.0 series and post-game show for the Super Bowl. Talk about the game, good or bad for the Niners, some of the Super Bowl commercials that we saw, the movies that are coming out this summer, and then pretty much putting a bow on the 2023-2024 NFL season. So that would be the season, not the season review, but pretty much end football up until August, pretty much, when I get the official book, the yearbook. But I have to get the baseball book pretty soon. As I might order it. It's like $16. That's with shipping and handling, of course. But I'm trying to find it at my local supermarket. I usually get it at Walgreens, or I can find it at a different supermarket that has a magazine section. So, hoping to see it probably in the next couple weeks. I can buy it. I think it's like $10 or $11.99 in store. But I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But don't forget, coming up next month, by pretty much near the end of next month, probably like the midpoint, probably around, I would say probably the midpoint of March, probably around March 18th or 19th, somewhere around there, like a week before the season starts, I will do my 2024 Major League Baseball season preview. Talk about the Mets, talk about the Yankees season, talk about, give credit to the Texas Rangers for defending, the World Series title, defending the title. Some of the big trades this year, Ohtani, Yamamoto on the Dodgers, like a super team, basically. Altuve re-signing with Houston. And, Juan Soto going to the Yankees. Some of the Met trades here and there, wasn't really a major trade. Besides getting Harrison Bader from the Yankees. Another Japanese sensation, Fujiwani, whatever his name is. I think his name is Hiro Fujinakawa. I want to have sushi, you know what I mean? I don't know. But, some big trades for the Mets. Not so many big trades for the Yankees except for the Juan Soto trade. The pitching staff stinks. Bullpen kind of, even the Mets bullpen is not that great. Pitching staff looks like shit. So I don't think the Mets are going to have a great year. Even though, on the Hot Stove Report on SNY, they're kind of predicting the Mets to have 83 wins and get the third wild card. I mean, that's respectful, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. If they get lucky to get 80 to 83 wins. I mean, I'll probably give them 80 at most. I think there might be a smidge under 500 this year. But that pitching, their starting rotation looks like shit. After Senga's pretty much garbage. Quintana sucks. I don't even care if he's on the team the entire year. Don't care. Peterson, I don't know if he's going to even be on the team. And if he is, he's probably a number 5 guy, and God forbid, you got to hope he's healthy for the rest of the year. I don't know what they're doing with Tyler McGill, if he's still on the team. I think he is, but still coming off an injury-plagued season. They got another guy named, I think, Hauser or Bowser or whatever his name is. But, yeah, that's starting pitching. After Senga was basically the number 1 guy. And, the other Japanese guy's a flame-throwing Japanese guy that's a reliever. Or maybe he'll be in the rotation. I don't know, but having 2 Japanese guys, like 1-2, that could be good, but Senga's has been up. It was up and down last year. Almost won the Cy Young Award, but did not. But people are saying he's going to win it this year. I'd like to see that, but we'll see. But yeah, so the Mets, we'll see what happens with the Mets this season. Coming up at the end of March, the Yankees, I think they'll definitely win. I think they might win the AL East. Baltimore had a resurrecting their franchise, basically. They're under new management, the new ownership now, I should say. That made Totaku happy. But, yeah, surprising season last year, but then they choked the playoffs. But I think they're going to have a good year this year, so maybe it might be between the Yankees and the Orioles to see who wins the AL East this year. And, you got that, then you got the AL Central. I don't know who's might even win that. I can't even predict the AL Central right now. But the AL West, that's going to be a toss-up between the Rangers and Houston. That's probably going to be 1-2. And then you got Seattle, you got Oakland, which basically sucks. It's soon to be Las Vegas. I think it's next year they're going to be Vegas. So, the Oakland Athletics are basically going nowhere. I think they'll be in last place. So you got that. As far as, then you got the NL East. Like I said, I don't think the Mets are going to contend. Maybe contend. Maybe get that third wild card. But I think the Braves, are just going to run rough shot with that division. So make JD's dick hard and everything. He's a small cock, by the way. So yeah, I think it's going to be between the Braves and the Phillies to see who wins the NL East. And it might be a dull fight between the Marlins, the up and coming Marlins now, because they're getting better now. They did a fire sale. Now they got a whole bunch of new players. See, I think between the Mets and the Marlins, to see who gets third place, and then the Washington Nationals basically going nowhere. They're rebuilding, so we'll see what happens with that. NL West is pretty much the Dodgers to lose right now. I think the Dodgers will get at least over 100 wins. They got freaking Yamamoto. They got freaking Ohtani. Well, I don't know if he's gonna pitch. We'll have to see, because I think he's coming off surgery on his elbow, not Tommy John surgery per se, but I think he's gonna be the DH of the Dodgers. And then you got Yamamoto, and you got that pitching staff, which is just amazing there. And then their offense with Ohtani there, forget it. They're a super team right now. So you have to give the Dodgers the NL West, probably the number one seed, best record in baseball, but we'll see what happens with that. Then you got the NL Central. Kind of a toss-up right now. I don't know if it's not who's going to win the Central. I'd probably give it a maybe Milwaukee, maybe the Cubs, but it's tough. It's pretty much hard to figure out who's going to win that Central. But when I get the book, I'll look at the stats and some of the guys they picked up and everything. So then I can make a better assertion of who's going to win the divisions and everything, go to the playoffs, maybe the wild cards. But, we'll see what happens with that. Then give my preliminary World Series prediction. I'm pretty much thinking it's going to be the Dodgers and Houston in a rematch from a couple years ago. Or you might get Texas and the Dodgers, which could be good. But we'll see what happens with that. But as far as what I would think, as of right now, what I'm thinking is probably going to be Houston and the Dodgers in a rematch from a couple years ago. And I think the Dodgers, with that monster roster they have, the team they have, the Dodgers cannot and should not, like they did last season, choke in the first round. They got a great team and choked. 105 wins, over 100 wins. I know that, but so, we'll see what happens with that. But we'll talk about baseball in a few weeks, and that's it. But the Super Bowl, pretty much 12 and a half hours away. I can't wait. I'm nervous as fuck for this game, but I'm gonna root on my Niners, and hopefully they can put Taylor Swift, away. They can make her cry, go back, go just make that bitch cry, and then Travis Kelce, supposedly gonna be marrying her, and asking her to marry him, and she's gonna say yes, of course, because she's I love you, yay, I'll marry you, suck your dick after the game, whatever. But yeah, knowing the NFL, they're gonna make the Chiefs win somehow, so they're gonna have this big moment on TV that we see the Chiefs win, and they go right to Travis Kelce and freaking Taylor Swift on the field, and they interview Kelce, and Kelce pops the question to Taylor Swift. There's big TV ratings. Big fucking whoop. I really hope the Niners win the game tomorrow. And they don't even go to Kelce and Taylor Swift getting engaged and shit. I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, yeah, you gotta put that on, and the freaking Niners are freaking on the podium getting the Vince Lombardi trophy for the 6th ring, and we're going right to Taylor Swift getting engaged. Who fucking cares? Nobody cares about that. You can do that on another time. You don't have to do that on the biggest stage of them all, the Super Bowl and shit. If you lose, that'll be really embarrassing. But I just have a feeling that NFL paying off the refs and Patrick Mahomes paying off the refs, and they're gonna fuck around and do what they did 4 years ago. Like the Niners will get off to like a 17-point lead, and then the Chiefs come all the way back to win the game. I hope not. God forbid that happens, I'm gonna go fucking berserk on the fucking NFL refs and Roger Goodell and saying, you need better. I mean, this has to stop with all this bullshit that don't call penalties, that are penalties, or they call penalties that should not be penalties. Just give me a competitive game. If you see a penalty, yeah, call it. If it warrants a penalty, call it. If it doesn't, who cares? But please don't have what we got pretty much the last couple of years of the Super Bowl, especially 53. Pretty much 54, a little bit of 55, and then 56 and 57. I think we're pretty much good officiating here and there, stupid calls. But even though when the Chiefs won last year, they kind of cheated near the end, and pretty much the Eagles, did what the Niners did in 54, but, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. I'm losing my voice. I gotta go to sleep. I'm getting really tired. So I'm gonna try to get a nice 6 hour nap. And then, I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, with a couple videos, and that's pretty much it. So, good night, everybody. And until next time, I'm gonna go pass out. Until next time, peace!